The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Glacier Ice Arena. It's 1:40 p.m., which means it's about some time for some playoff puck between the Affton Americans and the Mammoth Hockey Club. Mammoth in the blue and Affton in the white and red. Affton has one goalie, that's Henry Schubert. And the goalie in net today is Henry Renshaw. 13-minute periods, PeeWee hockey, full check. There were a lot of penalties in that previous game. I was very surprised by that. Both teams got to avoid the box. You don't want to give up special teams because when you have high-flying skaters, when they have 5-on-4s, it makes it easier for them to score goals. So try to avoid the penalty box at all costs unless you absolutely have to. And here we go, first period. We'll get that updated for you in a second. But like I said, Mammoth in the blue and in the white is the Affton Americans. As that slow-moving puck finds its way to the corner. Backhanded pass, and it was off the stick that time of Jack Drury over to the boards. And here come the Americans. Couple of nice moves. No look backhander in the slot. Puck slides behind the net. Almost a goal past the stick of Henry Renshaw. Now Drury with it. Affton Americans with those nifty-looking jerseys. They got the blue pants, the red sleeves, and then they've got the jersey numbers, and then they got blue over underneath it. Offside. And it's going to be called on the Americans. 11:53 to go. going to be called on Henry Wallace, the offside against the men in white. Puck scatters out to the corner. Here come the Mammoth in the dark blue and light blue, bouncing it off the boards to a teammate. And maybe the Zamboni didn't do the best job in the world as falling down to the ice. Stop and start move by Walters as he gets it to the trailer. Now over to Wallace. And now over to the hash mark. Out on the hash mark right now. Now back to the point. Puck scatters out behind the net. Trying to find a teammate in Walters past his stick. And it'll be icing called against the Affton Americans. Puck stops at 11 even on the clock. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the post-game show brought to you by the CSDHL. Last game was a beauty. Bennett Collins with a 3-0 shutout victory. We had him in the post-game show. It was really a battle of goalies. And it was kind of cool because we picked Estella Santinelli in the pregame show, and she turned out to be the best player in the game. Meanwhile, past the blue line, stop and start move. As good job passing it over to Hankins. Americans with it. Now Drury will backtrack. Trying to get it past Drury that time. Thomas Sakovic. And now back into the Mammoth zone. Puck finds its way onto Perkins' stick. Perkins guarded closely that time by Hankins. Over to the point and then getting it out of the zone brilliantly. 1-on-2. Schultz has no choice but to just feed it into the zone. Drury will take it at his own corner. Drury pushing the puck forward. Now at the point. Heaton can't get it on net. That's a good job that time by Steven Strobel. And Strobel blocked that shot. Now over to the boards, and now it's the Affton Americans bouncing it off the boards. No icing will be called. Now the Mammoth have it. Patrick Heaton, the tall man, trying to pass it over to Perkins. Perkins has to get back into his zone to get it. And then that shot by Jensen over the glove that time of Renshaw. And then over to the hash mark. Losing the puck briefly, trying to get it back, and then back over behind the boards. Falling to the ice. Thought about getting it was Jacob Budaka, but instead it goes over to neutral ice. Perkins in front. Got a call for that puck, though. Schultz couldn't find him. Perkins after it. He lost it, and then back over to the Americans. O'Neal to his defenseman. O'Neal calls for it. Past his stick. Perkins can't get it. Now here comes Jensen. Jensen tied up well by Schultz. Now near the blue line. Budaka was after it. Mammoth maintained possession, and they'll feed it into the zone. Line change for Mammoth. Here come the Americans with 9 minutes to go. It was a nice move that time by Sajovac. Sajovac past the blue line, taken off the puck by Walters, trying to battle through the tie-up, and Walters after it as it's out behind the netminder of Schubert. Harrington keeps it in. Slow-moving puck. He's open in front. Shot, brilliant save by Schubert. Puck loose in the slot and picked up well that time by the Americans. Schubert with an excellent early game save. 8:27 to go. Backhanded pass out front. Nobody there to get it. Now after it is the Mammoth. Joey Moretti now over to Sajovac. Sajovac at neutralized near the Carmel Catholic sign. Now past the Ice Cat sign. Sajovac in deep with the puck and offsides were the Mammoth. And we'll stop play at 8:12. One could say that was a Mammoth mistake. Thank you, thank you. I'm here till Tuesday. Tip your waitress. Hold on, I gotta get the clock fixed here in a second. Get the clocks fixed for you in a second, folks. And nice save that time, the netminder. Henry Schubert, an excellent netminder today for the Affton Americans, coming from St. Louis in the slot. And I'm very surprised by these players. They have a lot of skill. They're able to take that puck in front of the goalie and just break it out well. Not the best place to break the puck up, but they've been successful. We saw it in the previous game. Now the tallest man on the ice for both teams. Saucer pass attempt to Perkins. Couldn't get it on net. And now with it is 17. Here comes Patrick Heaton. Lost it. Out behind the net. Out in front. Now out to the point. The Americans maintain possession. Over to Drury. His wrister. Easy save that time. The netminder in Redshaw. Backhanded pass by Heaton. It was up in the air trying to find Boudica. No icing called. We play on. Sajovac will take it at the corner. Sajovac trying to get it to the other Sajovac. Thomas Sajovac is 3. Justin is 37. Nice pass right on the target. Jensen right in stride on the pass. Shot. Easy save. And able to read it well. Dylan Rosmus avoiding a potential garbage goal. Past the red line. Sent into the zone. Sajovac looks a little tired at the corner and couldn't get it. Was 5 in Strobel. Now over to the point. Nothing on it. That puck somehow got all the way to 25 stick in Liam O'Neill. Trying to get it to Strobel out in the slot. Strobel after it. Mammoth trying to get it. Americans on the attack. Parrington can't fully get it out. Here comes Jensen on his forehand. And it takes an interesting carom as it went close to the goalie in Renshaw. Now over to the corner. Still deep in the Mammoth zone. On the forecheck pressure right now is Strobel. 2 goalies, in fact, for this Affton Americans team. Markle is 00 and Schubert is 74. 3-on-2 advantage right now for the Mammoth out in the slot. And just couldn't get his stick on the ice in time. Moretti. Jensen. 2-on-2 now for the Americans. Make it a 2-on-3. Saucer pass in front. He was trying to get it to Strubel just past his stick. Falling to the ice. Clean hit according to the officials. No trip. We play on. Board battle. And Strubel follow the ice. And that was a good move that time by Fay. Slap shot. As it went off the stick. And now back out of the zone. Well, it was out of the zone briefly. Now back into territory. Mammoth having troubles breaking it out. Still on the attack. Wallace will get a line change, but not before he gets it in D. Drury sending it to the corner. Out behind the net. Walters was on the forecheck pressure over to the corner. Drury can't keep it in. And that slow-moving puck will avoid an icing against the Mammoth. Mammoth desperately need a line change. They do not have numbers today, too, by the way. They are lacking in depth. But hopefully they can make up for it with goal scoring. Perkins off the boards. Chance for Mammoth. Schultz is wide open. Oh, he fell down. Shot saved. Nice one. Right into the glove. Reading it well. Henry Schubert. Big time save by 74. And the face-off, nice face-off win by Heaton. Sajovic's shot. And it was a brilliant block that time by Freeman. Backhanded shot. As still having some electronic scoreboard issues. That's going to be icing, by the way, on the Americans. Nope, they're going to wave it off. Sajovic will have to play it deep in his own territory. Dangerous pass. And almost... And oh my goodness, what happened? Landon Starr almost stole that. And that would have been right in front of Renshaw. Meanwhile, still no score. What a game thus far. Perkins with it. Perkins. Not sure if he was trying to dump it in or shot. Meanwhile, it went really wide. Neither team does a line change on that play. Backhanded off the boards, off the stick of Favaza, and then back over to neutral ice. Now on the attack is Freeman. Puck scatters out near the red line. Now here comes Peyton. He'll dump it in, but it doesn't go in deep enough. Backtracking with the puck, trying to find a teammate, and the puck finds its way onto the tape near the faceoff dot. Sajovic, spin move into beauty. Sajovic retreating and then finding Perkins, but Perkins' stick wasn't on the ice. Peyton now off Heaton's stick. He switches to the forehand. No one's there to retrieve it. Now to the assistant captain. Slow moving puck, maybe too slow. Sajovic was the intended target. Now here comes Harrington. They've got numbers 2-on-1. Harrington shot, nice save again by Schubert. Didn't get a lot on the shot, but Schubert thus far the player of the game. Witherspoon sends it off the boards. Witherspoon takes it off the skate, finds its way out behind the net. Here comes Sajovic. No look pass, no one there to retrieve it. Here comes the men in white. O'Neill, the intended target, he gets it on O'Neill's stick. Past the center line. As he was able to fight through a potential check from Witherspoon. O'Neill still on the pressure. Now the puck finds its way near him on the near corner. Saucer pass, somehow gets through. He's got to step on the D, shot! Goes a little bit high, excellent defense though, getting back into the play to avoid a clean breakaway for the Mammoth. Both teams playing heads-up defensive hockey, and it shows on the scoreboard, 0-0. Mammoth in the territory of the Americans, nice move, breakaway shot, save again by Schubert! Best opportunity of the day for the Mammoth, but a Mammoth save by the opponent. Sliding puck, no one can retrieve it. Are you kidding me with all this action? 1:40 to go. Schubert standing on his head right now. 0-0 game. Stolen away by Boudica. Boudica and Struble got a piece of it. Boudica falls to the ice. And was that a hand pass? No call. We play on. Americans have the advantage anyways. As we get later on in this game and the score maintains a 0-0 tie, shorter shifts will be the determining factor in the third period. Cannot afford to be too tired. He's wide open in front. Wallace calls for it. Shot off the blocker. And now the Mammoth on the rush. Past the blue line, a lot of Americans were there to greet him. Falling to the ice, that should be a penalty. They missed it. Should have been a trip. I know the officials don't want to call penalties in a playoff game, but that was a trip for sure. Could have changed the complexion of the game. Nothing was called. Still in the territory, though, of the Americans. Ooh, dangerous play at the point by Heaton. Still there, and now Heaton's got to backtrack. Americans, it's a 2-on-3 disadvantage for them, but they're on the rush. Stop and start move. Walter's shot, decided not to freeze it, did Renshaw. Out behind Renshaw, Mammoth still in their own zone. An excellent move by Heaton. Thought about passing it to Perkins, instead he'll take it himself. Couple of handles, forced to the boards. And with 14 seconds left, time running out for the Mammoth on this rush. And the Americans will get it out. This will be the last opportunity for both teams. Out to center ice. And that will do it for the period. What a period, in fact. Henry Schubert with some amazing saves, including on the breakaway. We'll take a break. 0-0 score here at Sports Broadcast Solutions. Hold on, I got to go to break.
That was a much more efficient period.
3 or 4 years ago, I noticed that my left hip was hurting. Someone personally recommended a doctor here in town who's with IBJI. Within 12 days, I was walking without a cane, without a walker, without anything, and without pain. That was a big thing.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute's top orthopedic experts help you move better, live better. For more information, visit ibji.com.
Sorry about that. I think we didn't have clock the last 2 minutes, 55 seconds. We're going to get that fixed for you. I am by myself today. No TD, but getting that fixed for you. So it's the second period of action. What a game it's been. Nothing tie. Beautiful pass. Shot. Oh, just went a little bit high. Heaton will take it at the corner, trying to feed it out in front. Now here comes Bauer. Wonder if his great-granddad created Bauer. Probably not. Probably just a coincidence. Bauer hockey, of course. One of the providers. Harrington with a huge hit, but that was clean. No cross-check. It was all hands, no stick. Probably the biggest hit we've seen thus far. But like I said, both teams are going to avoid checks. Do not want to get into the box for something silly like a charging or a spearing. Elbowing two and boarding. Boudica. Read well by O'Neill, and he forces the puck back to the boards. Hand goes up, but the inertia of the play stopped that puck before it got to the end line. Right on target with the pass. Tape-to-tape pass. 3-on-3 now. And Boudica, somehow, Perkins on the trail. That puck just seemed like it stayed up there forever, and it was an easy read that time for Schubert. One of the few easy saves he's made today. Everything else has been so difficult. O'Neill on a breakaway. Half step on the D shot. Blocker save. Renshaw hasn't had to do a lot, but that was a big save for Renshaw. Schultz trying to split through the D to the trailer. Perkins with a nice move and a late poke check. Struble up in front. Instead, O'Neill will take it himself. Struble stays on side. Perkins attacking. And great job by O'Neill fighting through that check. Got to avoid hand passes too. Big save by Renshaw. Renshaw trying to get up quickly and does. Nothing game. Both goalies stealing the show thus far. Here come the Mammoth. Trying to kick it to himself. Turnaround shot. Boudica just couldn't get it on net. Boudica looks tired. He'll get a line change. Turnaround pass. It went off the skate of Witherspoon. And so the Mammoth will have to go the length of the ice to score. Two-line pass, trying to get it to Sajovic. Did he touch it? Nope, icing called against the Mammoth, and we stop play at 9:56. Face off one, back to the blue line. Drury shot, nice block. Taking one for the team, that's why you got pads on. Sajovic with the block. Playoff hockey, you got to risk it all to get that trophy. Sajovic falling to the ice. And now Walters will take it behind Schubert. Walters, not sure what he was trying to do there. I think he just lost it. Meanwhile, Heaton will get away from the puck. His defensive teammate will have to go after it. As Schultz able to try to get after it. Mammoth. Here come the Mammoth. Harrington. Sends the puck in. Now getting it was 21 in Drury. To the face-off circle. To the blue line. He's open in front. Oh, he missed him. Boudica had a wide-open teammate in front. Just couldn't see him with those two men in front. Shot. And it's saved by Schubert. Another good save by him out behind Schubert. Now it finds its way to the red line. Out behind the end line. Drury will play it. Both teams look a little gassed. Conditioning so important in a hockey game. Boudica sometimes it's not always the most talented team, it's the most conditioned team. As we saw in the 1980 Olympics, the Americans were not the most talented, but they were the most conditioned, and they found a way to upset the Soviet Union. Stop and start move. Still deep in their own territory. As with it right now is Drury. Heaton after it. And here come the Americans. Backhanded pass. Right on target. Hankins. Ooh, he was trying to get it to a man creeping close to the crease, but he just couldn't get it that time to Starr. Now past the center line. Out behind the netminder, Witherspoon at the corner. Witherspoon guarded closely by Hankins. Starr also around it. Starr trying to get it. Backhanded pass right on the tape. Hankins with a move, and well read by Heaton. Heaton, backhanded pass, taps it in the air. Back to neutral ice near the Portillo side. Off the skate. It's a board battle, and it's won that time by the Americans. Affton on the attack. Jensen skates to the center. And trying to get it to him was Payton. Out in front, chance, off the stick. Just couldn't get a shot on that. Another try, turnaround shot. Again, going from post to post brilliantly. The netminder and Henry Renshaw. Favaza to his defensive teammate and then back into the zone as Payton will get a line change. New defenseman on the left side right now for Affton. Favaza will have to retreat in his own zone. Knuckle puck action, and he'll have to take it at the faceoff dot. Couldn't get a clean possession at first, and then he feeds it over to the blue line. Here comes O'Neill, past center ice. He's got Struble as the trailer, trying to break through the D. Harrington with it, staying on the ice. Out behind Renshaw, dangerous pass to do it in front of your own goalie, but they've been successful. And now here come the Mammoth. Moretti. Now back over to center ice, retreating well, lost it, breakaway coming up, Strobel, step on the D, Strobel shot, save! I think Strobel rushed it just a tad. Did I get the clock? Darn it. I think Strobel just forgot about it a tad, and he kind of rushed it, and it was an easy save that time for Renshaw. Meanwhile, Mammoth with it, Moretti. Witherspoon. Pass Bauer, stick. Strobel calls for it on his tape. Strobel past center ice. O'Neill. Strobel sending it in deep. Past center ice, now past the blue line. Shot blocked. Over to the faceoff dot, now to the corner. O'Neill, no one home to retrieve it. In the slot. Walters lost it, falling to the ice. Ooh, that could have been a trip, but they decide not to call it. But tugged at the leg that time was Mason Bauer. Affton trying to break it out. Walters, and he's got two men defending him, but he stays on the play. Walters eventually gets it. Now at the corner, Walters. Backhanded pass, tapped away the netminder in Renshaw. Budaka will have to go chase it. Now at the corner, Walters around it. Favaraza can't keep it in. Back over to the blue line. And back over to neutral ice. Picked up well by Sajovic on the tape. Now past center ice. Scholes after it. Breaks through Freeman's stick. Scholes, his shot. Couldn't handle it. In the slot shot. Another brilliant save. Made a mistake by couldn't handle the shot in his glove, but makes up for it. Schubert with a brilliant save, maybe his best one all day. Still nothing. Shot just past Schubert's glove. Up in the air. Who's going to win this battle? Walters. And Perkins trying to get it. Perkins, he's got Scholes in front. Boudica will trail to Boudica. Boudica breaks through, 2-on-1, falls to the ice. Tripping will be called. And try to redirect it in. Schubert, another great save. And the fans arguing he might have had a clean avenue to the net. I don't think so. I think it's just going to be a tripping call. But meanwhile, power play coming up in a big one. The away team is Affton. So it's Affton in the box for 2 minutes. As we'll get that shown for you in a second. And we got the electronic scoreboard working now. Now we can see the penalty minutes. On the trip for Affton, it's going to be 13 in Gabe Payton. Moretti waits for the puck. Maybe waited too long. Witherspoon on target. At the boards. Nice toe drag, but well read by the Americans as they're on the penalty kill for another minute and 15. The move. Poke checked away. Under 2:45 to go. Heaton can't keep it in, but remember, you can't do a clean ice. Oh, how about that? It finds a divot in the ice. It doesn't go past the end line. We've seen everything today except for goals. Star looking like a star on that play. In front, no one home to retrieve it. Here comes Mammoth. Mammoth with a 3-on-1. Bad line change for Affton. In front. Oh, no, they blew it. Oh, they couldn't even get a shot on that, but a 3-on-1 golden opportunity missed for the Mammoth. Now a 2-on-1. Jensen open. Heaton trying to get back into the play quickly. Out behind the end line. 31 seconds remaining on Mammoth's power play. I think they got a little too cute with it. Maybe just do a crash to net philosophy on that 3-on-1. You had two guys available for a potential garbage goal. O'Neal, good strides. Couldn't get any elevation on the shot. And what's this call? Are they going to say that it was frozen? So 11 seconds remaining on the power play. Mammoth had everything but the goal. 3-on-1, what else can you want? And then they just couldn't capitalize. Mammoth still on the power play. As now we're back to 5-on-4 hockey. Just been a fun one here at beautiful Glacier Ice Arena. If you've never been to Glacier, gotta find yourself to get to this arena. If you have kids playing, hopefully you can play in this arena one day. It is a really nice complex. The bleachers are pretty low to the ground, but they're still elevated, so you can still see the entire action. It's a really fun complex. Under a minute to go, out to the corner, backhanded pass. Perkins was the intended target. He gets it, though. And with under 50 seconds to go, we'll stop play as the Americans were offside. And this will be an important call. Did they do it on purpose? I don't think so. I think it's just lack of communication between both forwards. Past the blue line as the Americans attack. Out in front in the slot shot. Oh, how did that not go in? It was off the stick of Henry Wallace. Everything's happening but goals being scored. Moretti now. A 1-on-3. Moretti's got a rush. Moretti's shot might have been partially blocked. Closest defenseman was Drury. 16 seconds to go. The Mammoth from Evanston and the Affton Americans from St. Louis. Dangerous pass, well read by Harrington. Couldn't get the shot on net. 8 seconds to go. A breakaway for Wallace. He shoots. Another brilliant save. Renshaw again. Oh, brother, what action. Timeout on the ice. Nothing score. You're watching the Mammoth against the Americans here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
Well, we've seen everything today except goal scoring. We've seen breakaways. We've seen penalties. We've seen 3-on-1s. Well, just one 3-on-1, but you know what I mean. "13 minutes of hockey action will determine who plays tomorrow and who gets orange slices and juice boxes. Participation medals, right? Face-off, it's a big one. Face-offs going forward are going to be big. Possessing the puck, time on attack. These are analytical stats. They're going to factor into the final result. 2-on-1 now for the Mammoth. Shot! Oh, trying to go top shelf. Just missed his spot. It was a shot attempt by Jimmy Scholes. Third period of action. Nothing game. What a game today. Past the blue line. Toe drag attempt. Still on it. Oh, where's the hooking call? By the way, 37 is in the box for the Mammoth. Justin Sachovich. So a power play for a minute 16. Oh, he had an open man and O'Neill just missed him. Big power play for the Americans. Can they capitalize? Heaton going after it. To Drury. Rister, not much on it, trying to redirect it in. Screen attempt unsuccessful. Renshaw was able to see it and made a pad save. Could we get a 1-0 final? It seems like that's going to be the result today. Backtracking in their own zone. To his own skate, Drury getting it to Struble. Past Sachovich's stick. Back into the zone. Witherspoon trying to win this board battle as he ties up his opponent in Liam O'Neill. And there's going to be a call. It's either going to be hooking or holding the stick. Probably holding the stick. Mammoth are in the box for 36 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. Mammoth in the box. And this is just so crucial this late in the game. 22 seconds of 5-on-3 hockey. Drury with it. Pass Harrington. Now past the blue line. Drury in the slot. Drury backhanded pass. Well read by Heaton. Now out behind Redshaw. Heaton trying to win that battle. Closely battled by Freeman, who was near Heaton. Heaton with it. Heaton still with it. Heaton battles through it. Heaton, a one-man wrecking crew right now. Shot. He was just forced to a bad angle and just couldn't get it on net. It's been the story of the game for the Mammoth. Every time they have a chance, they just can't finish. Over to center ice. Starr, ill-advised pass. Try to get it to Jensen. Back over to the Americans on the attack. Here comes Bauer. Rister wide. Karam straight back. Man in front. Trying to saucer pass. Almost an own goal. They score! Finally, a goal. Goal awarded for the Affton Americans. And the Mammoth, you wonder how much not capitalizing on that 3-on-1 is going to hurt them later on in this game. And it's a goal awarded for the Affton Americans. And right now, Henry Schubert working and nursing a 1-goal lead. Working on that 1-0 shutout. A lot of hockey left to go. Boudica trying to get it on net. Two Americans were around him. Shot goes wide. Puck scatters to the face-off circle. Mammoth have had their chances, but they just haven't been able to capitalize. O'Neill is open. Saucer pass to O'Neill. Stays on side. Breakaway shot, save, rebound. Oh, just finds its way to the left wing side. After right now, the Mammoth. They've got numbers, backtracking, and they're going to call an automatic offside on the Affton Americans. One nothing Affton. Next game after this is at 4:10. As of now, Henry Schubert is our player of the game. Out in front. Shot, trying to go top shelf over Redshaw. Couldn't capitalize. Had a half step on the D. Sachovic. He's got Harrington in front. Sachovic on the right wing side. Swing and a miss on the pass. Sachovic sticking with the play. Walters near him. Now Drury off the side of the net. Trying to force it out. Oh, I think they called the whistle a little too soon for my liking. But they're going to call a whistle. Face-off coming up on the near side. Well, if you like 6-5, 8-7 hockey games, this was not the game for you. But if you like old school hockey, great goaltending, great defense, then this was the game for you. 1-0. Henry Renshaw's played a great game. It's possible that Schubert's played just a little bit better. And meanwhile, pinch attempt unsuccessful. 2-on-3 now, forcing it into the zone, off the stick, and out to the corner. Hankins, guarded by Sachovic, over to the end line. Out behind the net, passing it over, and finding his teammate. Meanwhile, Mammoth able to get it out of the zone. Payton after it. As Payton had it briefly. And puck, can't believe they missed, there it is. There's the late call. Tripping called against the Americans as we stop play at 8:04. So in the box goes the Americans. They're the away team. They've got the 2-goal lead. I mean, they got the 1-goal lead, but they're in the box for 2 minutes. And that's huge, especially in a 1-goal game like this. And the face-offs deep in their own zone. 5-on-4 hockey. Mammoth got to capitalize right there if they want to win this game. Power play, shot, save, rebound, try. They score! Rebound goal. Sticks with the play brilliantly. Boudica puts one on the Jumbotron as he puts the black flying saucer into the back of the net. Five-on-5 hockey, 7:56 to go. It doesn't get much better than this. Both goalies have now given up a goal. Perkins past the blue line. Perkins off the body shot. Scholes, he scores! Less than 30 seconds later, his teammate in Jimmy Scholes gives the Mammoth their first lead of the day. Scholes still on the ice after getting the game-winning goal thus far. Scholes trying to split through the D. Harrington. And then picked up well. That time by 55 in Favaza. Up in the air. Perkins slides it into the zone off the stick of Schubert. Man, goalie play is so important on playoff games like this. And Schubert has to readdress the situation as that firing attempt goes wide. He goes from a 1-goal lead 30 seconds later to now being trailing 2-1. Skate straight up with it, Harrington. He's got Perkins in front. Instead, Harrington will go coast to coast with it. Harrington in front, in the slot, shot, and blocked briefly and then off the shin guards on the second try. He's got a man in front, and Freeman couldn't find him. Walters on the pass, falling to the ice, slap shot, and well read by Sachovic. Sliding puck over to his brother. Sachovic trying to fight past Drury. Out behind the net to the corner, under 6 minutes to go. If this score remains, the Mammoth have a decision to make about pulling the netminder. Knuckle puck. No ice. Coaching staff for the Mammoth can't believe it. They're going to have to go coast to coast with it if they want to score. Hankins, Sachovic, now with it. Moretti gets past the red line. Moretti to Harrington, right on the tape. 1-on-1, and they call an offside. Face off. We'll say it's won by Affton, but it was pretty close. If you're just joining us, it was 0-0 going into the third period. Then Affton finally scored with 10:30 to go. And then less than 30 seconds after that, well, actually, no, the Mammoth scored with 8:30 to go, and then 30 seconds after they tied it up, less than 30 seconds after they tied it up, Scholes made it 2-1. Boudica has to take his time. Now they're onside. Boudica, and then tapped away from Boudica's stick. Scholes. Affton has numbers. I don't know if the Mammoth knew that, because it seemed like forever the Mammoth did not back check, and it could have been a 3-on-1 or 3-on-2 advantage for Affton. Off the boards, right on the tape with the pass. Scholes keeps the stick on the ice brilliantly. Shot blocked. Oh no, it hit the groin of 21. Chance it in the slot, puck loose, and oh man, that hurts for 21 and Drury. And we'll get a stoppage of play at 4:35. Out near the blue line, 4:25 to go. What a game today. 2-1 lead in favor of the Mammoth. All goals of the game have been scored in this third period. The Mammoth running out of time, but still plenty of time left. Sachovic with the puck. Little behind him, but he still gets it to Moretti. Moretti sends it in deep. Puck obtained at the corner by Payton. Gabe Payton with the only goal today for the Americans near the blue line. And that should be an icing, and it is against Affton. Both teams have their timeout left. As that sliding puck path Witherspoon stick, and icing will be the call. Face-off won by the Mammoth. Hankins passes the puck to himself. Hankins takes it himself. Read well by Heaton. Up in the air. And the Mammoth have numbers. 3-on-1 if they hurry, make it a 3-on-2. Perkins almost got past Drury, but the Mammoth still have the puck, and that's crucial since they're up by a goal. Scholes tried to do a wraparound, couldn't get it on net. Slow-moving puck, still in the zone, falling to the ice. But I think Perkins was starting to fall down before any tug action was at his shin. Trying to fight through the check. 2-on-2 now, trying to find Hankins. Up in the air is the puck. Heaton getting it. Heaton, backhanded pass, off the boards. Bauer getting it. Scholes near him, as is Boudica. Scholes gets it on his forehand, trying to get it into the zone. And then falling to the ice, good check, as was by Boudica. And then over to Vavaza. Backhanded pass, past center ice. Here come the Americans with 2:40 to go. Struble get it into the zone. Harrington out behind his netminder and Renshaw. Renshaw with a 1-goal lead. Harrington lost it. Now picked up by O'Neill. And one would assume the next stoppage of play, there's going to be a timeout by the Americans. 2:20 to go. And if I'm the Americans, once I get it past the blue line, I'm probably pulling. As good glove save that time by Struble, but by Schubert. But I think I'm going to pull Schubert once it gets under 2 minutes. Anytime after 2 minutes it gets past the blue line, we're going to pull him. And the Americans will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the Americans against the Mammoth here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
The customer service has just blown us away. I have never reached out and not gotten a response within a couple hours, honestly. Like every single time, it's immediate. It's to the right people that know the answer. Like it's not even, hey, let me look into that. It's an answer right away, whether it be something that they know they need to fix or, hey, this is how you do it.
Such an important timeout. And I think what he told his players is, look, guys, even though we think we have time with under a minute to go to pull Schubert, we're going to have to pull probably under 2. But we got to get a clean possession past the blue line. They're going to dump. Schubert's going to stay in for now. Interesting decision now. Here he goes. Over to Witherspoon. Sachovic was after it. And still enough time for the Americans, but they'd like to get some clean passes on the tape. To Freeman. Freeman with a beautiful move, trying to backhand it on that shot. Save, rebound, try. Nice play by the Mammoth to avoid a garbage goal. 6-on-5 hockey for another minute and 20. Bouncing it off the boards. Payton trying to get it. A minute 10 to go. Both teams probably have time maybe for 2 more line changes. And I say a big maybe. I think 1 more line change is probably what's going to happen. Payton to the slot. Heaton gets it out, but it's very far away from the goal and too much power on that dump, and we'll stop play at 50 seconds. Face-off coming up. Such an important face-off for Affton if they want to advance to championship play tomorrow. Face-off won by the Mammoth. Off the boards. Now off the skate. No choice but to pinch. Trying to get it on net. Mammoth off the skate. Still in the zone. Another chance for Affton in the slot. Under 38 seconds to go. Just time running out right now for the Americans. Storr. Now to O'Neal. Bauer trying to get a shot on net. He's forced to a bad angle. 21 seconds to go. In the corner. 6-on-5. Pass Heaton's stick. Now Freeman has to go in deep. Sachovic has it behind Renshaw. Sachovic trying to get it out. And it'll get to the blue line. 9 seconds to go. Last chance. Slapper. Read well by the Mammoth. Taking their sweet time. Over to the corner. Trying to get it out but can't. Out in front and covered up by Renshaw. That'll do it for the game. Mammoth with a Mammoth victory. 2-1. Coming back after Affton made it 1-0 in the third period. 3 stars of the game. The best player, I think, was Henry Schubert. Second best player, the game winner, Julian Scholes. And Henry Renshaw made save after save of the save to keep his team in it. It's going to be our videographer's choice who we have for the player of the game, but any of those 3 are fine. But we'll take a break. Too many opportunities for the Mammoth that seemed like they were going to not win this game, but they found a way to win it after not capitalizing on that 3-on-1. And the Mammoth just a little bit better than the Americans, but that was very early on, but that was our best game of the day thus far. So we're going to take a break, and the SBS postgame show brought to you by the Central States of Elmina Hockey League coming up next.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. On air, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com.
Finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. My name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly high school, your club team or travel team. On our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
At Quick Trip, we're known for our fresh and delicious food and our dedication to providing the best customer service. Did you know it takes more than 34,000 dedicated, hard-working people bringing their best every day to make that happen? Quick Trip wants to thank all our co-workers for their tireless hard work and dedication to making a difference in someone's life. Hey, join us in saying thank you to the family of co-workers known for their love of community and treating everyone like family.
There was a pile at the line of scrimmage, and I was just at the very bottom. All this pressure and weight was thrown onto my leg. I could feel it clicking and the bone like sliding across each other. Just couldn't handle it and broke. The people at IBJI were fantastic. We went into their walk-ins and we were able to get an x-ray in 5 minutes. My doctor talked to me like I was a friend rather than just a patient. He was very understanding, helping me stay motivated. My flexibility was actually better after my injury than it was before. There's not a lot of places like IBJI. It didn't even get me back to 100%, it got me to 110%.
Get convenient, affordable, same-day treatment at any of our Ortho Access locations. Visit ibji.com for more information.
Welcome to the post-game show, brought to you by the Central States of Belmont Hockey League. I'm Kyle Smith, along with our SBS player of the game, in Jimmy Scholes. Jimmy, you guys were down 1-0. You come back to score 2 goals in that third period. What did you tell your goalie, Henry Renshaw? He was brilliant today.
It was Harbs.
It was Arbs?
Yeah.
Okay, so they said Renshaw was going to start today.
Yeah.
But you guys come back down 1-0 in the third period. What was the thought process? What was the coaching staff telling you on the?
Just like knocking in rebounds and getting greasy and going 150% the whole way.
You guys seem so confident on the 5-on-4. That's how you tie the game on the power play. What have you worked on in practice, and what has the coaching staff told you? Because you guys just seem so confident on that power.
Just be your best, do your hardest, and they're drawing up like great plays, so that's how we scored those goals.
Hockey can just change in an instant, right? The fastest game on ice. They go from leading 1-0, it's a tie score, then less than 30 seconds later you have the lead. Did it seem to you, the opponent, they seemed kind of emotionally drained after you guys made it 2-1?
Yeah, they drained. They weren't playing that like the hardest. They were going 50%, so we just took the advantage and got pucks deep and then just won the game.
They had a 6-on-5 for 1:57. You guys were good at getting the puck out quickly. What have you worked on in practice? You guys didn't seem phased at all when they brought in the extra man.
Yeah, we weren't phased. We practiced that all the time in practice, and so we were confident going into the 6-on-5 that we would just get pucks deep and win the game.
Final thoughts about the win today? You're that much closer to playing tomorrow for the championship.
Yeah, it's a great feeling that we have a chance to play in the championship.
And that does it for our post-game show. So for Excellent Crew, Kevin Macy, I'm Kyle Smith. We'll see you next time on CSDHL.